ওকে গাইজ, আমরা এখন শিপে থেকে নামলাম। আমরা এখন আছি রেজাবিকে। এখানে ট্যুর বাসের জন্য ওয়েট করছি। ট্যুর বাস আসলে আমরা বাসে উঠবো। আমরা আজকে যাব গোল্ডেন সার্কেল ট্যুরে, 8 ঘন্টার একটা ট্যুর। আর এখানে যতগুলো বাস দেখতে পাচ্ছেন সবই হচ্ছে ট্যুর বাস। আমাদের বাস এখানে আসবে, বাস আসলে বাসে উঠে পড়বো, তখন আপনাদের সাথে আবার কথা হবে।
1000 and then this lava flowed here and they named it the lava field of Christianization to commemorate that meeting. But here behind, yeah, it's hard to see, but behind this little hill there is the largest geothermal power plant of the country. Geothermal means with the heat of the earth. We are on top of an active but not erupting volcano. That's not the same thing, you know. But you can see that there's something going on. Here on either side of the road you see these pipelines, right? These pipes carry the hot water from the natural springs to the facility, but you see the pipes are not straight and they have corners. Any idea why? What would happen if the pipes were straight? Yeah, they would snap for two reasons. First of all, big temperature differences, boiling hot water under pressure inside and the air temperature outside may be freezing or just like today or whatever in between. So temperature differences, the pipes may contract and expand a bit, and if there are corners they have some more room to do that. Another thing is, you're on top of an active but not erupting volcano. What is activity then? Well, it can be magma pushing the land up, it can be hot spring activity as you see around you, there's steam coming out of the hills, and it can also be earthquakes. There are actually a lot of earthquakes here, minor ones, but of course if your pipe is straight it might snap. So again, more wiggle room because of all the little earthquakes here. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to smell them, but you know the natural hot water here often contains sulfur compounds that smell of bad eggs. Have you smelled the showers? So if you smell that now, that's not your neighbor's lunch package gone bad, it's just the springs here. There's one under the road right here. It just formed last year and people are afraid that the road will be melting at some point. So don't step out of your vehicle when you have a pop tire on this stretch. No, seriously, there are official warnings to not do that because the soil is 80 degrees Celsius. So yeah, tricky stuff. But that's the dynamic part of the country, right? So yeah, these geothermal power plants, they pump in this hot water, but it's so full of minerals that you cannot use that itself to create steam, because if you do, the H2O evaporates and the minerals stay behind and your pipes will be full of minerals after a short while. So instead it works, well, okay, I'm not an engineer, but I think it works like this. You have like just fog, but it's actually very low clouds.
That's good.
Yeah. We'll see any mountains today. You never know. Yesterday I had a volcano hike as a tour, and we had such good visibility that we could see mountains 120 kilometers away. Now we may be happy if it's 120 meters. Okay, it's a bit more, but still. And now don't worry, the big attractions, we will see them. We come very close to them. But now we're leaving the ring road, which goes to the right, and we go inland. So ahead of us, we'll skip that, is the town of Selfoss. And this town has 6,000 people, making it already the 7th largest town of the country. It's the capital of South Iceland, a region as big as the country of Belgium, but only 33,000 people live in the whole region. It's mostly black sand and white ice caps. Not a lot of farmland. Well, there is, but mostly farms, not towns, of course. Selfoss, by the way, it has the main industry is dairy. It's the largest dairy factory in the country. So if you've drunk any milk or eaten any skyr, it's probably from here. But now I'm saying skyr, do you all know what skyr is? It's the Icelandic yogurt. Yeah, it's thicker than yogurt, so it's technically not skyr. The pure variant is very heavy, doesn't have any fat or sugar, but up to 1/5 protein. So if you can digest lactose, it's really good sports food. The pure variant is a bit bitter even, but there's a lot of flavored variants with sugar, of course, like you have with berries or with chocolate and what have you. So if your hotel or hostel or ship don't have it, then you can find it in the supermarkets everywhere. So look for it, Skyr, S-K-Y-R.
I don't see any dairy cattle, they must be all inside.
I told you there's not so many humans living in Iceland, but we have elves as well, you know. They live in rocks. And here's a lot of rocks to the left. But look, among those rocks is a human house with trees around it, and the trees are very tall, so that means the house has been there for quite a while, even though it's in the danger zone. Every time there's an earthquake, boulders come rolling down. So why did anyone build a house down there? Well, the story goes that the current owner's mother-in-law built it in the 1970s after she had a dream in which the elves told her it was a safe spot. So she didn't claim to see real elves, but she still took their advice. Now, sometimes you read these things like, did you know that 45% of Iceland still believe in elves? Yeah, it's not really like that. I asked an Icelandic colleague of mine and he said, you know, we don't really believe in them. We just don't want to piss them off. So a healthy dose of superstition, I would say. Thing is, elves, some people...
বিয়ার্স, এই জায়গাটার নাম হচ্ছে ক্যারিড ক্রেটার। এখানে একটা আগ্নেয়গিরি ছিল, তো আগ্নেয়গিরি ইরাপশনের ফলে এখানে এই গর্তটা তৈরি হয়েছে। পরে এখানে পানি দিয়ে ভরে গেছে। অনেক সুন্দর একটা দেশ আইসল্যান্ড। আমরা এখন যেখানে আছি এটা হচ্ছে কি একটি গাইজার। এটার নাম হচ্ছে স্ট্রোকার গাইজার। গাইজার হচ্ছে কি একটি হট স্প্রিং, যেটা হলো গিয়ে ইরাপ্ট করে কিছুক্ষণ পর পর। এটা ইরাপশনের রিজনটা হলো এটার নিচে আপনার আগ্নেয়গিরির লাভা আছে। সো ওই লাভাটার জন্য নিচে অনেক প্রেশার ক্রিয়েট হয় অ্যান্ড পানিটা গরম হয়। সো পানিটা যখন বয়লিং পয়েন্টের বাইরে চলে যায় তখন হলো গিয়ে পানিটা ইরাপ্ট করে, এবং যখন আবার ঠান্ডা হয়ে যায় তখন আবার এটা চলে যায়। কিন্তু পরে যখন আবার গরম হয় তখন আবারও হচ্ছে গিয়ে এই পানিটা ইরাপ্ট করে। এই স্ট্রোকের গাইজারটা ইরাপ্ট করে এভরি 6 to 10 মিনিটস। আর কখনো কখনো এটা যখন ইরাপ্ট করে তখন এটার উচ্চতা একদম 40 মিটার, 130 ফিট হাই পর্যন্ত উঠে যায়।
Kojaczynku, jak pójdziesz do mamy, to nie będziesz widział tego gejzeru. Nie, tam jest dużo wody w ogóle. Nie, ale pójdziesz do mamy, to nie będziesz widział. Nie, naprawdę, mamy nie będziesz widział.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking.
You missed that.
Who got that one?
Anybody get it?
No, I had it on me.
Tam coś samochód.
That's a bit of an old
Photo of
geyser.
your
A
startled
bit of an
face.
old geezer, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know, I must have accidentally pressed it.
So did you take a photo of your...
No, I quickly turned it round.
Oh.
Eh?
Co do tam domu? Bo ten cały czas jęczy. A cały czas użyją
When we were walking was much smaller than this. Yeah? If we were coming to this is really big, eh?
Die was weer heel goed. Wat is dit dan?
Well, you know, no, I just looked at it.
Viewpoints over there. This is usually the windiest part of the day, but I don't see any signs of that, so we should be fine. And then we have a visitor center as well. On the way back, don't forget to go to the restrooms, because after this it is a 1 hour drive to the national park. So there are restrooms here, maybe you just went, but on the way back to the bus, maybe go to the toilets, because it will be a full hour without them. So here as well, I will walk with you and show the way to the view platforms. Of course, I will also take your picture if you want me to. But we have two view platforms. One is on the same level as the visitor center and one is a bit lower down, so you can also take the staircase and go lower. And then just 2 weeks ago they opened the path to the waterfall. All the ice is gone, so you can safely walk the rock that points out into the waterfall. You may get sprayed by the mist, but anyway, we have drizzle still. Weather forecast is not right, I suppose. I'll look again when we get out here, but it's not too bad still. So I do really recommend, if you can take the long walk, to go all the way to the cliff in the middle of the waterfall. It's very spectacular. So at any rate, I will walk with you and show where all these things are, so don't run away just yet when we open the doors. Oh, I already see the mist from the waterfall emerging from the canyon. So it's of course extra strong with all the rainfall, not just meltwater because spring is only just beginning. No, the waterfall does only half freeze in winter, it keeps flowing, but it gets stronger when it rains, of course. Yeah, there you can see it briefly. Now we'll go behind this little mound again, but we'll see it soon enough and hear it. Maybe even taste it when you come close. Oh, it's really nice to be up close to the waterfall and to see how mighty it is. And be glad that there is no dam drowning it. That too, of course. Because here the road ends.
আমরা এখন যে জায়গাটাতে আছি এই জায়গাটার নাম হচ্ছে গালফোস ফলস।
Countries in the world, yeah. Like to have a question, because they're big enough question, they do very well in the Olympic Games.
The numbers are way too.
侬晓得出来拿侬工具了伐？我是记不起个，伊要寻侬个呀，伊会得导游拿侬录脱。但是问题侬手机高头工具没，伊哪能寻得着侬？侬闲话勿懂，伊也寻勿着侬，伊哪总会分你？
You can see different layers of the lava flows over the years.
traditional songs as well. So the song I have for you is about a horse ride through the black sand desert. I think the lyrics are about 200 years old at least, so it's really classic, and the melody is about 100 years old. It's 3 stanzas. The first one, the rider acknowledges, okay, this is a difficult trek, but if the Lord guides my horse, we'll make it. Then the second stanza, he's not even halfway yet, and he's seeing and hearing things and getting very nervous, you know, all alone, just your horse in the wilderness here. Pretty nerve-wracking, I guess. Even driving that trail with the car is pretty tricky, you know, there's no bridges, no paved road. So he sees a fox and he thinks, oh no, the creature wants to drink my blood. He hears a voice and he thinks there are bandits ready to rob and murder him, which was a real danger in the 1700s, let's be honest. And then in the last stanza he's going full mad and he thinks the Queen of Elves is after him, trying to cast a spell to keep him there forever. And he says, I would give my horse just to make it to the other side, please. So, sounds kind of panicked, but with the rhythm of the horse ride in the song, I think it's quite enjoyable. The title of the song is Á Sprengisandi, On the Bursting Sands, the name of the black sand desert behind Mount Hekla. So, one more sip of water and then I'll sing for you Á Sprengisandi. Ríðum, rekum yfir sandinn, rennur sól á bakvið Arnarfell. Hér á Reykjær margur og hreinandinn, úr því fer að skyggja jökulsvell. Drottinn leiði drösulinn mín, drjúgur verður síðasti áfanginn. Drottinn leiði drösulinn mín, drjúgur verður síðasti áfanginn. Þau í holti tófa, þurran vill hún blóði væta kom, eða líka einhver var að hóa undarlega digrum karlaróm. Útilegu menn í ódáðarhraun eru ganska smala fjö á laun. Útilegu menn í ódáðarhraun eru ganska smala fjö á laun. Ríðum, reykjum yfir sandinn, rökkrið að síða herðu breið. Álfa drottning veisla gandinn, ekki gott að vera á hennar leið. Vænstaklárinn vil ég gefa til að vera komin ofan í Kiðagil. Vænstaklárinn vil ég gefa til að vera komin ofan í Kiðagil. Takk fyrir. Thank you very much. That's a very enthusiastic applause. Does that mean you want a second song? I could try to sing you asleep with a traditional lullaby. It never works. Usually I get an applause instead of snoring. But I could try. Now, one caveat.